now. Okay, awesome. So it should be recording. So first things first, welcome to Flamingle Mingle. If you guys don't know me, I am your STAR Director, Ashley Templin. Tonight, we are going to be going over the information for our group-wide buddy drive. And the first thing I want to talk to you guys about is what is a buddy drive? So a buddy drive is a form of fundraiser where we donate new Cincy buddies to an organization. A lot of times you'll see teams or individuals donate buddies to your local children's hospitals. They'll donate to homeless shelters, things like that. But we wanted to donate to the local law enforcement agencies. And as I kind of briefly said before we started recording, this is near and dear to Carly and I's hearts because we do have very close ties to the law enforcement agencies in our local area. But also, we wanted to do A, something different, B, something that was going to stand out, and C, something that was going to really genuinely make a difference in our local area. So I did call the children's hospitals to figure out if we could donate to children's hospitals. And unfortunately with COVID, they're not allowing donations to a lot of different places, even of new products. But they also let me know that one of the downfalls of donating to the children's hospitals is a lot of times the scent packs go unused in Cincy Buddies because they're fragrance-free areas. So it doesn't make a lot of sense for us as a home fragrance company to donate to children's hospitals. So we chose law enforcement agencies because law enforcement agencies do a lot for the community, but a lot of times it is a selfless job. A lot of times they don't get given back to. So we wanted to kind of make their jobs a little easier. And in one of the ways that we can do that is to provide them with Cincy buddies to keep in their patrol vehicles to be able to hand out on-calls to juveniles who might be involved in maybe a domestic or some form of, like, if it's a traffic stop where maybe a parent got arrested, some really scary times for children. And these Cincy buddies could provide a little sense of comfort to them, but also let them know that the officers are there to help them. They're not scary because while, like, Carly and I, and a lot of you guys who have family members who are deputies know that deputies are good people, there are a lot of people out there, and a lot of kids especially, who don't have that viewpoint of deputies. There are a lot of kids who grow up in households where deputies are to be feared. And that's something that we are working towards helping kind of alleviate and let these children in these situations know that the deputies are there to help them and that they are going to try and comfort them. So we chose law enforcement agencies in the local Fredericksburg, Stafford, Spotsylvania, and Louisa areas. We did not purposefully exclude any law enforcement agencies. We did reach out to multiple organizations. We also reached out to King George. They told us that they were swamped with stuffed animals at the current moment and could not take any more donations because somebody had just done a stuffed animal drive for them. So they said that they didn't necessarily need to be included, so don't worry about donating to them. But Stafford and Louisa are 100% on board. We're still waiting on permissions from Spotsy and Fredericksburg, but we're going to go ahead and include them. Candace, we didn't, but if you have a liaison in Orange, we'd be more than happy to reach out to them and add them to the list as well. And if you guys have a specific, local to this area, and I'm going to explain why to this area, organization like law enforcement agency that you have a direct tie to, please let Carly or I know so that we can try to get Chloe, we reached out to Fredericksburg. We're working on getting permissions from them, but they are on our list. The reason we chose the local law enforcement agencies to Fredericksburg, Stafford, Spotsylvania, that type of area, this surrounding Tri-County area, is because A, we have over 100 team members in this locality.
In this area. Yep.
So we have the majority of our team members here in Virginia, here in this area. And we knew that doing a group-wide buddy drive was going to be a little touch and go with having so many people spread out. But since we have such a big community in this area, we have the ability to have everything shipped to one place and then disperse them. We didn't want to put that on you guys. Abby, is there a way to do something at a different location at a later date? You are more than welcome to do a buddy drive of some sorts for any locality that you want. You can use this as like a template for working a fundraiser for anything. And that's kind of our goal with this, is to give you guys the tools and the knowledge to be able to take this and run with it. Because
hey, Abby,
are something, do what, Carly?
Sorry, I was just gonna say, reach out to Pauline, because she just did her own like on a whim. So she's a good person to kind of let you know like ins and outs on it. I know Kelly and Melissa are also doing one. So if you want to touch base with them, you know, I can get you guys in contact with each other too, to like kind of knock some ideas together for doing one by yourself, for sure.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you. Because I've heard my sister-in-law talk about her agency a lot. I think they'd really be on board with it if we could do something like that.
For sure.
We'll touch base.
Yeah. So, and one of the big reasons why we chose just to do it in this locality is because we have the ability to take all of those buddies in and then disperse them out. So like, I don't work full-time. This is my full-time job. So I have the ability to deliver those in a timely manner and not have to have them shipped to you guys, to ship to me, to ship here or there, everywhere, to figure out whatever. So we are going to go over a lot of information in a short amount of time. Don't worry, because if you are in on this buddy drive, and if you are ready to take part in this buddy drive at the end of this call, I'm going to have you put in the chat that you want in. And what Carly and I are going to do is we are going to add you to a specified group for the buddy drive.
Yep.
So that way you have all the marketing
questions.
Yep.
And
questions,
everything.
Marketing images. You'll have links. You'll have videos to help you set up certain things, so on and so forth. So we talked about going over the group. I have already prepared marketing materials that I will post in that group for you guys. They have a space for you to put your contact information on there. I would highly suggest making sure that you put your contact information on there, whether you do it with Canva, over whatever app you want to use, Words, there's a bunch of them. You can use a million different apps, but there is a space to be able to put that. And Carly and I will make a post in the group about what information you want to include on that marketing material, so that if it gets to somebody, they have the way to contact you and order for your buddies. So the way that this is going to work, and the way that we have kind of come up with the easiest way to make this happen is that we are going to teach you guys how to do a jot form. Has anybody heard of a jot form before or used jot forms? I know a lot of our directors have used jot forms. If you guys have used a Google Doc before, it's very similar to Google Doc. Candace has used jot form.
Jot form is so easy, you guys.
It is so user-friendly, y'all. Like,
Good,
Google
Karen.
Forms are not user-friendly, especially for beginners. But
never heard of that, Tamara.
Merit's different than DocuSign. It's more like creating a fillable form. That's like, it's like an information system. Like, it takes information. But we are going to teach you guys how to make a jot form. I am going to create a video probably tonight so that we can go ahead and get started on this. I'm going to create a video tonight of how to create your jot form, literally step by step by step, with all the information that you're going to need to make this work for you. We will also be teaching you how to set up a bit.ly link, which these are all things that you can use in your daily business. So these are not just things,
For free.
For free. Yes, this is all for free. You don't have to pay for JotForm. You don't have to pay for bit.ly. You don't have to pay for any of this. So we are going to teach you how to do a bit.ly link so that you have a designated link that's just like, it's not this long link for your form. It's just going to be bit.ly/something, whatever you decide to name it. Like mine is Scentsy Buddy Drive, or I think it's Buddy Drive 2021 or something like that. We're going to teach you how to do that. We're going to teach you how to do QR codes. We're going to teach you how to do all kinds of stuff that's going to make your lives simpler for this buddy drive. So the easiest way to explain it is I'm going to screen share with you guys on my jot form and kind of explain what I've got going on. And I'm also going to show you guys the marketing materials.
It's so cute.
Let me pull up my thingy-mabob. Okay, so here is my jot form. Everybody can see this, right? I know you probably can't read this part. That's fine. Everybody can see the jot form though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So essentially what it says at the top, this is what your customers or people who want to donate to the Buddy Drive are going to see. Okay. So this is what we're going to teach you how to set up. It's going to tell them what they're donating to. They're going to be donating to the Cincy Buddy Drive, that it's benefiting local law enforcement agencies in Fredericksburg, Stafford, Spotsy, and Louisa counties. Please fill out the form, and here's my contact information. I put my maiden name on there because it goes a long way in Stafford County. It's the reason my license says Stern. Yeah, so does yours, your maiden name. But I also put here at the top that like a little bit of tidbit about me and why law enforcement has been a big factor in my life. But also our team goal. We have a team goal of donating at least 250 Cincy Buddies to each of the 4 participating law enforcement agencies. Guys, that's a total of 1,000 Cincy Buddies. So could you imagine if, like, let's say if a Cincy Buddy is $30 just in this Buddy Drive alone, that could be 30,000 PRV split between all of us, obviously, because you're not everyone's going to do 250 or not everyone's going to do 100. Some people might do 5 or 10, which is amazing. So I also put that our campaign is going to run from February 1st to February 28th. We're going to run it the entire month of February. The 28th is a hard cutoff date. All orders need to be put in by February 28th. That is non-negotiable. And the reason for that is we want to make sure that we have ample amount of time to get all of those buddies to Carly or I so that we can deliver them by the second week of March. We have set hard deadlines with these agencies to make sure that they know when they're going to be able to distribute them to their deputies. So down to brass tacks here. Let's talk about what information we're going to gather from people. And don't worry, this is recorded. You're going to be able to go back and watch this later, step by step, know exactly what you're going to need. Obviously, we're going to need the person who's donating's name, okay? We're going to need their email address because we're going to send them an invoice. Ding, ding, ding. Another thing you're going to learn how to do is invoice people. So I'm telling y'all, this is the perfect way to learn how to do all of the things that will help your business thrive, because you are going to literally learn how to do forms, invoicing, taking orders using Jotform, Bitly links, everything. How to make marketing materials, because we're going to ask you to put your name on your own flyers because we're not doing it for you. So you want their name, email address, and phone number. The only reason we want their phone number is in case we need to contact them, in case there's an order with like them not paying their invoice or so on and so forth. I did put on here address. It's not required, but I said, please provide if you would like a receipt for tax purposes, because sometimes donations are tax write-offs, and or a thank you note. I will be sending personalized thank you notes to anybody who orders one from me.
That stuff matters, y'all. Just to have something handwritten with your name, it matters. I've heard it from my customers.
And a business card. Mm-hmm. And a business card. A lot of these people are going to be new customers to you, okay?
Yes.
So then I put down here, what type of donation do you want to make? You can either select a Cincy Buddy to donate, or you can donate monetary. So you can donate money, okay? If you selected monetary donation, please type in the amount of your donation. Then you're pretty much just going to send them an invoice for that amount with donation to Buddy Drive, so on and so forth. I also set it up here for please select which items you'd like to donate. And it has every single buddy that is available in our catalog, not limited time only buddies, okay? Catalog buddies only. And the reason I say that is you can market the limited time only buddies, but if they sell out before you're able to order them by the end of the month, you're scrambling because that person selected that specific buddy and you want to make sure that they get that buddy. So I did catalog only buddies, okay? So essentially when they select whatever they want, at the bottom here, it tells them how much they're going to be paying to donate, okay? I did not personally put shipping and tax on mine. I would highly suggest if you were a new consultant that you put shipping and tax on there. You can either put it at the top, you can put please select which items you'd like to donate below, shipping and tax apply, okay?
Or plus shipping and tax, TNS.
Yeah,
something.
Plus tax and shipping, or shipping and handling.
Just something that's obvious.
Something like that. Miss. Yeah. If you were in a place to be able to cover that, that is up to you. But don't feel obligated. You are more than welcome to pass that on, that shipping, that $8 shipping, and tax onto these customers. And you should, but I just know that I'll have an order going in at some point that I can add them to not have to pay shipping. That's the only reason I didn't do it. Does anybody have any questions so far? Okay, I know it's a lot.
Don't be intimidated by all of these things. They're all going to be broken down.
We're going to walk you through it and hold your hand, because
it's easy.
We want you guys to be successful in this. We are not trying to make things hard for you. Okay. Oh, that's my Amazon. Get out of here. Anyways, so then let's look at marketing images. So I will show you guys the marketing images that we've created. These are the final marketing images. The first one is a printable flyer. This one has my contact information on it. Okay, y'all? This one has my contact information on it. Obviously, you're going to put your contact information on it. You don't want to share one with my contact information because you don't want me getting the PRV for this. Y'all want the PRV from this. So tells them what it is. Buddy Drive, supporting local law enforcement agencies. It does have the current 4 law enforcement agencies that we've partnered with on it. It has their badges. And it says, in an effort to give back to the community, our team name, so on and so forth. My contact information, my title, my phone number and email address, and then my link to order. So this is my direct link. You could even put a QR code on here. And I may actually change mine to include a QR code, just because I think QR codes are easy if they're printable flyers. Social media flyers, don't put a QR code on because it's useless. We also, get out of here. We also made a social media flyer for you guys. Oh wait, that's the social media flyer. Sorry, this is the printable one. Printable one, social media. They look exactly the same. We also have a cover photo if you want to use it as your cover photo. Like literally, y'all, I made marketing images for anything and everything you could possibly need for this. So the one thing I do want to talk about, this should not be the cake of your month, okay? And I'm going to take this off a screen share so I can't see the images.
Hey, Ash, none of us are
share them. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll share them in the group. Don't worry. They'll be in the group with all the information on. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know why. Actually, let me do this. Share screen. Why? Finder.
I was in the chat. Sorry, I wasn't looking at the pictures.
Can y'all see it now?
Yeah, now we can see them.
Like all your thumbnails.
Oh, that's weird. I wonder why it won't share a new thing that pops up. That's strange. Okay, anyways, whatever. So couple of things. This is not the cake of your month, okay? February starts a brand new catalog for us. This is icing on your cake. This Buddy Drive should not be where you put all your eggs in one basket for your PRV, because you don't know what you're going to get out of this. This is just icing on the cake for your month, okay? And this is just really, truly, and honestly, you should be looking at this not for the PRV, but for the benefits of the community, okay? Mm-hmm. So yes, you are going to get PRV from this. Yes, you are going to get hostess credit from this. Okay, yeah, you can be in the group. Everything is going to be specialized towards this specific one, but you can still be in the group to learn how to do everything. Yep. But this should not be everything that you put your all into, because we still have a whole catalog that we're going to be launching. Carly brought up a good point when we were brainstorming before this happened, the Baby Yoda debacle. When the Baby Yodas launched, y'all, I had $2,000 in PRV that I was supposed to be submitting for Baby Yodas. And when I didn't get those Baby Yodas, I was crushed, because I had put all of my eggs in one basket to get that 2,000 PRV. Okay. Catalog products are our cake. Everything else, LTO and Buddy Drives or anything else we decide to do, mystery bags, anything like that should be icing. Okay. What's cake? What's an icing without the cake? Like, you can't.
The worst.
It's just literally a spoonful of icing. It's just going to give you a sugar high, but you don't have that denseness to it. You need that cake. So focus on your catalog, but obviously put all your effort into this as well. Like, we want to try to make sure that we're focusing on the things that are important, but also marketing this. So excuse me. So let's talk about marketing real quick. Real quack. So let's talk about marketing. Social media is only going to take you so far, especially those of you who are local to Fredericksburg, Stafford, and Spotsylvania. Okay. Social media is only going to take you so far. You can post all day on social media, but all you're going to reach is your friends and family. So here are my suggestions. If you post on social media, reach out to people on a personal basis and ask them to share your post.
Yes.
Okay. This would be a good time to possibly offer a small incentive for somebody sharing your post. Like maybe everybody who shares the post is going to be entered into win a cent circle. I don't care. It's $3. I'll even give you a freaking cent circle.
I was going to say, I have a shit ton of them. I will help.
Yeah. This would be a really good time to focus on sharing on social media, sharing your post. So if you need us to explain to you how to make a post public because your social media profile is private, we'd be more than happy to help you do that. My social media is private, but I know how to make certain posts public to be shareable. My husband's military, so everything's locked down. So another thing, flyers. We made a printable flyer for a reason. We made a printable flyer because we want you to take that flyer and put it in local businesses. Okay. And I know that that's asking a lot. Trust me. I know that's asking a lot of people because I suffer from social anxiety pretty bad. I know that it's asking a lot to ask you to go into a business and ask them to put up a flyer. Okay. Start small. Find your Starbuckses, find your gas stations that have bulletin boards, find your grocery stores that have bulletin boards, take you some thumbtacks, take you a flyer, tack it up. Okay. Done. Don't have to talk to anybody. Okay. Make sure your contact information's on there. Okay. You can even make a little pouch, like staple a little pouch to the front of it to put your business cards in. Like you do you, boo-boo. So
I love you, Holly.
Wine stores get a bottle. I wish I could drink. I seriously wish I could still drink.
I want to talk really quick on the social media. So when it comes to algorithms, keep in mind, they will screw us big time. If you need help with wording, reach out to one of us. If you want help with that, don't just copy and paste because that'll screw everybody and it'll mark it as spam, which does not help any of us in any way. I say that as respectfully as I can, but don't
copy and paste.
It doesn't help anyone.
Yeah. And if you were part of World Tour and watched Kendra's speech at World Tour about storytelling, tell people why it's important to you.
Yep.
Telling that story, like for me, I spent a lot of my childhood under my mother's desk in circuit court because sick, home from school sick. So I saw a lot of bailiffs, a lot of officers. And for a while there, I had officers picking me up at the bus stop. So you want to know what? That is near and dear to my heart. And that is going to resonate with people like, oh, this is really important to her. So I should probably donate. So the other thing is your job. If your job is comfortable, I know most of you guys work. If your job is comfortable with allowing you to put a flyer up, perfect. If you work somewhere that'll allow you to set up a space to talk about those donations, like I used to work at a grocery store and we used to have a little jar there and I could attach a flyer to the jar and take monetary donations, do that. If your job allows you to do that, obviously don't step on toes for your Scentsy business. Make sure that you clear things with bosses first, but make sure that if you have the ability to do it at your job, you're also doing it at your job. How soon? ASAP, Candace. Poor favor. Carly, go for it.
I was just gonna say another good place is somewhere where put it on the bathroom mirror. If you have a big mirror, put it in your job. That's where I'm going to put two of mine. I'm going to have one of the male deputies put one in there and in the locker room. They're washing their hands. They have nothing better to look at. They're like, oh,
I should be washing their hands.
Okay, right. So they should be washing their hands, which means they should be probably just looking forward because they have nothing better to do if they're washing them for 20 seconds. So think of those frequented places.
Yeah.
That they're going to see it. Especially if your work is on board. So.
Yep. And that's kind of the key is don't just assume that jobs are on board because this is technically a second job for most people. And your full-time job may not appreciate you working your second job. Like I used to work at Bath and Body Works and they did not appreciate me talking about Scentsy stuff on the floor. So here's the other thing. Public event on Facebook. I highly suggest you start a public event on Facebook where you can share buddies, share thank yous to people who've donated, things like that, so that you can have people share that event. You can see how many people are interested and you can reach a ton of people, especially with sharing. Holly, okay, your boss is one of my customers. I'll ask her then. Here's the other thing. This is the only time where I will tell you guys it is appropriate to cold message people. Okay. I am never gonna tell you that it is okay to cold message people for sales. Okay. It's disgusting. But the difference is we are not cold messaging them for sales. We are cold messaging them for donations. Okay. This is not about the PRV. And that's what I want you guys to remember at the heart of this. This is not about the PRV. This is about the donation and what you're doing for your community or for a community. Taylor, hey, I asked her, Prince William's a little too far. My brother asked me about Prince William too, because he had some kids in the Rappahannock Criminal Justice Academy from Prince William. Prince William's a little too far for a reach, but it would be a good one to reach out to them about doing a buddy drive. So if you find that you're confident in this and want to take this further and do it for other law enforcement agencies or other agencies in general, like if you do Hope House or homeless shelters or even a children's hospital, whatever you're comfortable doing. My boyfriend works in Prince William. Candace, if you want to try to get Prince William on board and deliver them to Prince William, you're fine with that. I just know that I'm not going up to Prince William.
I hate Northern Virginia with a passion.
With a passion. Yeah. So does anybody have any questions, logistics questions? Anybody like super nervous?
Don't be.
Because you shouldn't be.
We're going to hold your hand more in this than we ever will in your business. And by holding your hand, we mean we're not doing all of your work, but we will help you more than what we normally help you.
We are going to give you all the tools to be successful, but we can't do the success for you.
You will not fail.
We are going to add you to the group as soon as we're done. So if you guys are in, I'll actually start writing names down of people to add to the group.
Drop it in the comments. Are you writing it down?
And we'll add you.
Bethany, you've got good outreach being in that school too, because it very well could be some of the kids that you deal with at Moss Knuckles. I just want to give Ash, if it's okay, just like a little insight from my perspective.
Yes, please do.
So I did not grow up with law enforcement. My family is just like Ashley's family and is very well known in Stafford. I literally could not go anywhere without somebody knowing my parents. I started my job on a whim. I needed a job out of college. And I knew people in Stafford and basically like I just had to pass the test and it was spoon fed to me. I quickly fell in love with my job. As if some of y'all that came in late, I am a 911 dispatcher, but I am the very first line of communication to any of these people involved in these kind of incidents. I've talked to 6 and 7-year-olds that are calling because their mom's beating their dad. I've talked to them doing CPR. I've had kids do CPR. That is life-changing for any adult. But then when you talk to the kids, it's like a whole nother level. Y'all, when I say I love y'all. When it comes to calls involving adults, that's their own damn problem. They're adults. Kids can't help themselves in these kind of situations. And I see just how happy, because we do where you can just bring in old stuffed animals into our lobby and just dump them in there. I see how happy they are just getting those. And some of these kids don't even have clothes that are clean. So imagine them getting like this new box of this brand new stuffed animal with a scent pack, like everything that just comes around it. I see those expressions firsthand because we have cameras all over our building. So it's very near and dear to my heart. And just because you might not have that firsthand experience with law enforcement or anything revolving this buddy drive, like just seeing how happy you're thinking about how happy children will be from it should be your drive in itself. So just make it as personal as you can when you're doing this and just, let everyone know like the reasonings behind it. Like, it's not like Ashley said, like there's a lot of negativity surrounding law enforcement right now. That's never going to go away. There's always going to be someone that's not happy with something that someone's done. But it's not for them. you know, I sound kind of shitty when I say that, but it's 100% for these children in our community. So if you're marketing, make sure you market it that way. Sorry, I just went missing. And reach out if you need, again, like I said, reach out if you guys need help with wording and stuff, because we'll 100% help you guys, because we really want this to be huge. 250 buddies to a jurisdiction is
it's
huge.
Not that hard.
Like,
but it's not that hard.
It's not. No.
We have a 250 person team, y'all. Like that's literally 4 buddies per
4 buddies a person.
It's easy peasy.
Yep.
So before we get kicked off here, because we've got 4 minutes left, there are 2 people who don't have your last names on here for me to be able to figure out who is who. Who are they? Jessica, I don't know which Jessica you are. We've got like 14. Love you, but don't know. And then the other one was, I think that's it. Yeah, let me see. Oh, Ulrich, you're on my team. Well, it only tells me Jessica's iPhone, and I'm like, Jessica.
Yeah, that's what Carter, is it Carter Gant that's on? I don't think we have another Carter. Okay. I know it's CL on her Facebook.
Yep. Okay. So the other thing is, before we get cut off, if you have team members, Sarah, did you have a question? Because it says you raised your hand. Also, somebody had a question that they just moved down to Texas because their husband's in the military. How can you help living so far in Virginia? The perk of doing a job form is that you're going to be able to place the bulk order for it. And Carly and I are going to give you our addresses to ship all the buddies to us so that we will be able to distribute them for you. Okay. So we are going to literally pack them up in both of our vehicles in my husband's truck and deliver them out for y'all. I hope my mom's got 2 Tahoes. Let's load them up, y'all.
Yeah, we've got trucks.
Or we'll rent a damn U-Haul for all I
can. Whatever we gotta do, we'll do it.
I'll pay for a freaking U-Haul. If y'all can get enough to fill a U-Haul, I'll pay for a U-Haul.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Yeah. So the other thing is, if you have team members who were not on this call tonight, please reach out to them individually and ask them if they want to be involved. If they want to be involved, add them to the group so that they get all of the information that we went over tonight. Okay. Does anybody else have any questions? I am going to stop the recording.